And here we go. Look, what can I say? More Fast and Furious sequels are on the way for some bizarre reason, but they are. And we've got the price tag or the production value of what GTA 6 will be, which is insane. And we've got some brand new Superman legacy news of what will be the first to kick off the James Gunn DC era. And we've got a whole lot more, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get into this episode.
Welcome to the Lights, Camera, Rant Podcast. Your source for the latest on movies, TV shows, and video games. Get ready for ranting, raving, and reviewing. Here is your host, Lee.
As always, thank you very much for everyone tuning in every single week, whether you're listening or watching. New episodes come in every Tuesday, and we are live every Sunday, streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook all at the same time. So as always, thank you very much. And I hope you have your drink for whatever time of the day you are listening or watching. So before we fully get into this episode, a big congratulations I would like to send out to is the Don't Be a Hero podcast. They have just passed their 1-year anniversary of when they started their podcast. Those guys are completely smashing it. They've done so much in 1 year's time. And just now they have opened up their merch store. They've got new things coming their way and just started their Patreon. So guys, well done to both of you. I've been a guest on their show. They've been a guest on my show. We did the Wakanda Forever review, which was a great episode. I can't wait until those guys come back. Currently right now for them, we did Deadpool 1 and 2 review. Can't wait to do Deadpool 3 when that finally comes out. But no, congratulations, guys. It's well deserved. So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a lot of news has come out in the past week, but some I'm like, yeah. Others I'm like, why? Like that short that's like, yeah, no. Like that's best way to describe it. Because to start off this bat, let's get into this one thing that everyone who knows me, I do dislike because I find them boring as shit, is Vin Diesel has confirmed at the premiere of Fast 10, which is just come out this past week. Also about to come out this week coming, is that apparently the studio has asked him to turn Fast 10 into a trilogy. It doesn't count as a trilogy anymore when you're up to Fast 10. But look, yes, he's confirmed that there is a trilogy coming. So there will be Fast 11 and Fast 12. So all up, there will be 13 Fast and the Furious films all together. No one could have predicted how long this franchise is going for. The extreme of like how far it's gone between them going into space, how many different stars have come in, people who have come and gone, who you think were dead are now back. It's just insane, that franchise. But excuse me. Don't get me wrong. The reason why I don't like it is after what was it? I think after Fast 4, I just got bored of it. I just thought it was just too absurd, so far removed from the first 3 films. Even though I've had a few people that have been like, oh, you should have dropped off, you should have kept going, it's where it gets really good because the Rock gets into it and all stuff like that, which now the Rock's left. Now there's a rumor going around, apparently the Rock may return to the franchise if he can figure out the squabble. But, and then everyone who's come into this, John Cena, Charlize Theron, all the original cast, and apparently Paul Walker's daughter makes a cameo in this movie. At the Fast 10 coming up. Everyone, it's just, and Vin Diesel's had a very busy 2 weeks between Guardians of the Galaxy and this. But for anyone who is in love with the franchise, strap yourselves in because, oh, well, that was no pun intended for the franchise. You are in for a treat. There is so much more on the horizon coming, which I know those people will not be disappointed. But yeah, if you want more Fast and Furious films, you're in store. But let's move on to another big news that we did get was GTA 6. So this is the whale, if you will. It's like the ultimate catch. It has been circulating around the rumor mill news for so long, and there's been sort of leaks have come out. There's been no official announcement for Rockstar at this stage, but in their Slayer time, they've mentioned the fact that it is in active development. And look, a lot of people have been like, "Oh, it's been so long since we got a Grand Theft Auto game." I'm like, mate, Grand Theft Auto 5 is still making a shit ton of money. So, of course, they're going to take as long as they want to make another game. And anyway, in between Grand Theft Auto 5, we got Red Dead Redemption 2, which is arguably one of the greatest video games and stories ever made, with one of the most emotional stories. As much as I do wish that the next game was going to be Bully 2, which I know a lot of people are, unfortunately that won't be the case. This is going to be what's going to be next is Grand Theft Auto 6. There's so many rumors of where it's going to be based. There's one that's going to be apparently be in New York City, or it's going to be in Vice City, time frame wise. But the big news about it that's circulating around is that this game's budget is up to about $1 billion between the production of the game and what will cost for marketing. So Grand Theft Auto 5 cost $250 million to make, including marketing. Now, with all that, Grand Theft Auto 5 made its production money back in pre-sales before the game even launched. That's how much money Grand Theft Auto 5, and that's not including marketing. And now this is how much money Grand Theft Auto 6, which is, if that's indeed the case, it can be two things. One, inflation, which we all know we've all experienced. It could be in costs, staffing, everything that's happened to the gaming industry over the past few years. Or this is going to be an colossus of a game that they're trying to build. Like, there's one rumor which would kind of make sense, is that the rumor for this is they were going to create Gran Turismo 6 where you would incorporate similar to like San Andreas. So you could go to like Gran Turismo 5, you could go to Vice City, you could go to New York. It was going to be like 3 massive maps all together. That is one of the biggest rumors. So if that's indeed the case, again, that's even. That makes up for the dollar value of how much this game is going to cost. But that's they're going to make their money back. It does. Rockstar, Gran Turismo 6, from everything they're doing online and what they're going to build now, PlayStation 5 and Xbox One, it's just going to go nuts. But yeah, that's $1 billion. It'll be the most expensive game ever built, ever made. And only Rockstar would be able to be the ones that would pull it off. And the thing is, they've made their money back. They've made their money all thanks to Grand Theft Auto 5. Actually, Grand Theft Auto 5 has probably paid for the next few games that they're going to produce and make. But there is no stopping the beast that is Grand Theft Auto 6 at all. All the rumors that will be coming out. But at this stage, there is no release date for Grand Theft Auto 6. The rumor is 2025, 2026 for the game. We're just going to completely patient about it. There is no rush for them to drop this. Grand Grand Theft Auto 5 Online is still paying for all their wages, so they have time. But I'd love to guys know. Do you think that this being the most expensive game is well worth it? Do you think it's going to be too much, or are you just like, because it's taking so long? I keep forgetting about it. I'll just wait until a release date comes out. Just hopefully when they do give a release date, they don't do what they did with Red Dead Redemption and push it back a 1 year. Now, don't get me wrong, that 1 year was well worth it for what we got. No complaints, but I was so gutted when I think it was only like a month out of Red Dead Redemption 2, and they're like, we're delaying it for a whole year. I was like, what? I was so gutted, but so worth the wait. Speaking of gaming news, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know if you guys have seen, but this has actually got perfect 10s on IGN. I think it was GameSpot as well. Perfect 10. This, if you haven't already, this game has lived up to the hype of the first one. Breath in the Wild. It is soaring around social media right now. It has done a fantastic job on elevating the Legend of Zelda games. Visually, the game mechanics, everything. It's just gone, just blown out for how good this has gone. Probably the best way to describe it is very similar to God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. Like, it's just, trajectory is just straight up. That's how well it has done. And on top of that, there is, I forgot the guy's name, but Speedrunner. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom has been completed in a speedrun of 1 hour and 30 minutes. So 93 minutes. Legend of Zelda has been completed. Now, obviously, don't go check it out if you haven't played the game and you don't get spoiled. But speedrunners, that's what the time frame is right now that you need to live up to, is 93 minutes to beat this game, which is insane. I don't know how people do it. I watch the videos. I'm like, God, you're missing so much because you're trying to do a speed run of the entire game. But then again, if you do it and you're at the very top, then you've done your time. I wonder if they go back and replay it just for the small time. Like, currently right now, I'm still playing Jedi Survivor. I do plan to have a game review for that coming out over the next week or two. So definitely look out for that. I'll let you know with a release date. But you'd have to go back and be like, I just want to go and slow this down. But that's how speedrunners make their money. Also, moving on, Beetlejuice 2 has officially been confirmed that it is in production, and it also has a release date. September the 6th, 2024. Tim Burton is back in the directing chair. Michael Keaton is returning. Jenny Ortega will be appearing. And just recently, which I saw this morning, was William Dafoe will be joining the cast. Now, it just seems to be that anything that Michael Keaton has been over in 30 years, reboot, we will be getting, and we will be seeing it very soon. So 2024, Beetlejuice fans, and the thing is, because of the Beetlejuice makeup, you probably won't be able to tell a whole lot. But speaking of Michael Keaton, we've also got a runtime for the Flash movie that is right around the corner. Like, I can't stress this enough. What we're about to get in the next couple of weeks is insane. You know, we've got Oppenheimer, The Flash, Spider-Verse, Barbie. Anyone going to see Barbie? But yeah, Barbie versus Oppenheimer in the same week. We've got an insane month for June and July. I'm so up for it. And then also, just after July, we've also got the Gran Turismo movie. So it's going to be a busy couple of months. So stay tuned and hit that subscribe button or follow-up button on whatever platform that you listen or watch this on. But yeah, The Flash, 2 hours and 30 minutes runtime. Oppenheimer, I think, is at 2 hours and 40 minutes for runtime. So definitely strap yourselves in for these movies. And like, to me, timing wise, I'm down for. As long as it doesn't feel overstretched with the time, like they've overindulged the time, then I'm fine. I'm all up for it. It's 100% even torn from because it feels like some of the Marvel movies that we got recently before this year. It was just hitting that 2 hour mark and it felt too short. I felt like there was so much more they could have done. But Guardians of the Galaxy was a completely different animal. And I still think of some of those scenes in Guardians of the Galaxy and I'm like, oh my God, no, don't cry. Don't cry. Oh God. But yeah, for the Flash fans, 2 hours and 30 minutes. So obviously right now, if you also don't want to get spoiled, everything that's coming out right now, we're getting TV spots all coming out. So they're really ramping up, which even technically they already ramped up the promotional material for this because there's been so many posters for this movie. It's insane. I've been struggling to keep up. And now with all the TV spots, it's all ramping up, ladies and gentlemen. So strap yourselves in. Also, speaking of Spider-Verse as well, Spider-Verse tickets are now on sale. I've got mine. Definitely go pick that up. This will be the longest animated movie ever put to screen. Which, funny enough, it's a part one to part two. So it's going to be long, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you put the part one and part two back to back. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens to this movie for how long the runtime is, yet and is also going to be more. Now, Into the Spider-Verse part 2 or part 3, technically, 1 year later will be coming out next year. But all tickets are on sale for that right now, so definitely go grab yours. Also, speaking of interesting enough, all Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, Amazing Spider-Man 1, 2, Venom, Spider-Man, Far From Home, and Homecoming, they're all on Disney Plus at the moment, collectively now. As we mentioned last week, they were slowly, I don't know why, they were slowly staggering them putting on Disney Plus, but now they are all on there. However, the CEO of Disney did mention that apparently they will be culling some content and removing it from Disney Plus over some strategic strategy that they're implementing moving forward. They're going to be taking away content. There was no listing of what content they will be removing. I have no doubt that it will come up sooner than later of what's getting taken away. But yeah, if for anyone who's loving Disney Plus, be a watchful eye on what might go and what might come. Disney Plus has so much content on there. It is one of the best streaming services to have compared to the rest. So it'd be very interesting to know what they're going to remove. Also, very interesting, Elon Musk has stepped down from Twitter. How do you feel about that? Are you like, yay? Or you're like, nah, like he was doing such a good job. But there's Elon Musk has stepped down. It has been a whirlwind of experience of when he purchased Twitter, tried to sell it back. All the tweets he's doing, the red and blue, or the blue, what do you call it? Certified blue tick subscription services and all that. That's been a whirlwind. There's been a lot of people who have put them in a spin, and people have gone like, nah, I don't want to use this platform anymore. So it's very interesting to know why Elon Musk stepped down. But for all the people who didn't like him, don't you worry. He's no longer CEO, so just relax. Also speaking, Venom 3 has gone in. It started filming in London. That has begun. Also, for Mortal Kombat fans, Mortal Kombat 2 is still in active development currently right now. Apparently, Carl Urban is up for the role of Johnny Cage, which we all know from him from The Boys. He is rumored to play Johnny Cage? Yeah, Johnny Cage. I was just about to say Johnny Storm, that I'm thinking Fantastic Four, which since the last episode, still no news about casting-wise for Fantastic Four. All we still know is Adam Driver and Margot Robbie. Also, very interesting that we've also the production production. The marketing has sped up for Secret Invasion, premiering on Disney Plus. We got a featurette. We got some couple of new posters, and Samuel Jackson has mentioned this will have a connection to Phase 3 and Phase 5. And very interesting enough, he did say that this will also, you'll need to watch this. You will need to watch this before going to see Miss Marvel. Apparently, it's got a particular part leading into that. So, not too sure, obviously, with the Skrulls and the Kree, maybe. But very interested to know why. And hey, Mr. Marvel in the house. Thank you for coming past. HLG Ghost. I like the name. Thank you very much for coming past, sir. And yeah, so so this is going to be a very particular part that's leading into this. So where, that's the part I'm going to be interested in. What's going to be the big? Oh, it's a gamer tag. Yeah, of course. I actually like it. That's pretty cool. Mine's too basic. My gamer tag. I need to fix mine. But yeah, so definitely, guys, keep your eyes on Secret Invasion. If it's coming up, all the promotional material, featurettes, that is ramping up. So June for Secret Invasion, October for Loki Season 2. I really wish it was Loki was a little bit closer, like especially right now, but understandable why it's not so far away, because we still don't have a lot of word on Jonathan Majors. There's been really no big update on what's happening with him, what's Marvel doing with him. So they can obviously hold off for as long as they can. But it is looking like that. And interesting enough, Richard E. Grant is rumored to be in season 2 of Loki. If you don't remember him, he was the classic Loki that had real big powers and did the whole, what was it? The whole kingdom of, Jesus, the name just escapes me. The whole kingdom of Thor's homeworld, which got destroyed. Jeez, that's gonna escape me But yes, he was one of the MVPs, right? The second last episode, when they were versing the big monster. Apparently, he will be in season 2, which I guess it can. Obviously, there is nothing to say that he can't. There's nothing to say he can't. There's nothing to say he can't come and past in the new season. That's also happening now. A big news that we also got. So don't forget, we're going to be having DC Fandom later this year. Now, James Gunn has confirmed a couple of things that will be very interesting to know. So, one, James Gunn has confirmed that Superman Legacy will start shooting in January 2024 for its 2025 release. 2, he's confirmed that there are going to be actors from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 that will be in Superman Legacy. Obviously, he always casts his friends and his wife, so that's kind of a big surprise. 3rd, Crypto, the super dog, Superman's dog, will also be in Superman Legacy as well, which is interesting enough. But he's mentioned all that, but there is no mention of who is playing Superman. So that particular one, there is rumors scattered everywhere about this, but I'm sure it won't be until DC Fandom that we will actually get that official announcement of who is playing Superman. Now, I'm just thinking, like, DC Fandom this year is going to be massive. A lot better than the previous years, obviously. But, when that comes out, when that drops, it's usually October, roughly. We've got James Gunn's DC era about to start shooting and begin. all the movie slates, all the TV shows. Aquaman's gonna be right around the corner. There's gonna be so much, so it's gonna be really interesting to see on everything that's going to be announced. And obviously between DC fandom, because I think last year it got cancelled. There's just going to be so much on the table. So I'm all for it. But Superman, you guys tell me, are you excited for Superman Legacy? Or do you still wish it was going to be Henry Cavill? Which I completely understand from top to bottom if it was. He is currently right now fully involved with Warhammer. Warhammer, that's coming an Amazon TV show. Also, I got reminded the other day that I forgot to mention this too. Don't forget, there is going to be a Fallout Amazon TV show launching at the end of this year or early 2024. I completely forgot that's a thing because I've seen like no promotional material about it since it it's in production. But that is on the cards coming up. So yeah, it's like that's totally forgot that's even a thing. So strap yourself in for all Fallout fans. That's gonna be good. And obviously we got the brand new trailer for the Twisted Metal TV show that's coming later this year as well. So next few months, it's jammed packed after this between everything, TV shows, movies. It's just going to be go, go, go. So you're in the right place, and we're going to make sure that we keep you up to date. So that is the latest news in pop culture. Now let's get on to a show that I haven't spoken about in a while. Now, this is a TV show I recommend everyone to watch. This Ted Lasso. That's an Apple TV. Yes, I know. Not a lot of people have Apple TV. It is like the least one anybody has between Apple TV and Binge. That's pretty much it. So Ted Lasso, this I haven't spoken to in a while because there's been so much that's been coming out lately. This season 3, is gone so well and so emotional, and it's fantastic. And I'll tell you, some of the acting is great. The emotional weight between the team is, I think I'm a late bloomer as well to this. I had a mate who told me, he's like, you need to watch it, you need to watch it, you need to watch it. I was like, yeah, sure. However, this is the same mate who told me to go watch The Boys. And I was like, okay. Oh, yeah, loved it. Then he told me to watch Ted Lasso. So obviously Ted Lasso is about an American coach going over to the UK to coach a struggling team, soccer team, football team. So far, 3 seasons, 12 episodes per season. Currently right now, as this past week, we've just had episode 9. We have 3 more episodes left of Ted Lasso before it all wraps up. There is no mention if this is the last season. There is no mention of season 4. No one is spilling the beans about anything. So don't know what's going to happen beyond that. But this last episode, which I'm trying to, La Locker Room Ux. I probably butchered, but that's exactly the title for this episode. So we're going to see was that Isaac was still struggling with the fact they found out Colin was gay. How the episode progressed with that was fantastic. It was interesting to see, whether or not he was, why, was he a homophobe? Was he not accepting? Why was he so angry? And because of this anger, it led to him punching a fan because they said the F word when they were at the soccer match, which he obviously got the red flag and got taken out. All right, spoilers, left, right, and center. Left, right, and center of it all happening. And it was interesting to see that, Colin came forward to the entire team and told everyone that he was gay. Everyone was really accepting. That was really good. That was a really good emotional scene. And then you found out as the episode progressed, which I really liked, is that the reason Isaac was so mad was not because he was, didn't know what he found or what he found out, was that he was annoyed because, the fact he's one of his best friends, his teammates, didn't tell him. Like, why couldn't you tell me? And I think the best thing that Isaac said back to him Colin said back to him was, I've been able to keep a secret for this many years. You find out and everyone finds out in 2 minutes. So you're terrible at holding secrets. So that was a really nice scene and plot that we get to see about them come back together. And obviously they won the match. So they're still on their winning streak. How this season's going to end is them going up against West Ham, which we do get to see Nate, Jade coming to the office to give him lunch. And slowly over the past few episodes, we're seeing Nate want to go talk to Ted so much, slowly weighing him down of everything that's happened and the different environment, which is really good. And sad at the same time. And then Rupert invites Nate to a boys' night. And when the boys' night comes, Rupert mentions that, in fact, he's got 2 girls with him. They thought it was going to be a boys' night. And you see right there in this scene that Nate looks at Rupert and is like, he says, no, I got to go. I'm going to do something else. And you can see the fact that he could see him that he didn't want to be like Rupert. He didn't want to be like Rupert. He knew what road he was going to go down. Rupert's already given him a dud girl a few episodes ago, which led to him going out with Jade. And then he saw how Nate went back to Jade's place and gave her a big hug. Didn't say much, but just gave her a hug, which was really sweet. And then we see Roy Kent not do press after he got asked. And Rebecca slam into him about the whole thing. Stop being angry at the world. Stop being angry at yourself. That was a really good scene. And then we got to see him do the press conference right at the end, which I did really like, just with the backstory and about aggression, fans, hate. You don't know what anyone's going through. That was a really good scene. So this episode was really emotional, heartwarming, and it's just leading me to know exactly how this season's going to end. It's where's it all leading to? How will there be a season 4 is the biggest thing. But anyway, unfortunately, Kaylee with her partner, Kaylee, who's going to be a villain in Venom 3. Don't forget about that. She's shaping up to it, and yeah, it's just going really well. And even though these episodes go obviously 50 minutes, from start to point, you're fully glued in, and everyone I've spoken to as well is fully glued into the whole thing. So it's just, I recommend for anyone I recommend to watch it. It's just top tier, and I hope it doesn't end. I hope there's another season after it, but this episode was really good. And I'd love to know what you guys think. Are you enjoying Ted Lasso at the moment? Are you enjoying which particular factors they're hitting? And these emotional areas, top to bottom, and moving forward? Or you're like, nah, it's getting boring. Stuff it. Let's stuff it. It's just getting too slow for me. So I'd love to know what you think as well. But that last episode, right in the heart. And I felt it every single little bit. And that's our review for the latest episode of Ted Lasso. Drama, acting, emotional weight, all pushing forward. The show is going from strength to strength to strength, which I love it. And I can't wait for the next 3 weeks. It's really scary. But in the next 3 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, we have so much coming up in the next few weeks. We've got new guests and guests coming back. I can't wait to show you who they are. But every week, I'll make sure you guys that we keep you up to date, freshest content, and you get some new guests coming along. So I think actually next 4 weeks. Yeah, next 4 weeks, we've got a guest every single week. So it's going to be busy, but I have no doubt you're all going to love it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning with this episode. And as always, until next time, happy ranting.
Thanks for listening to Lights, Camera, Rant. If you like the show, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. While you're at it, leave us a rating and review, and be sure to tell your friends. Until next time, happy ranting.